Hello everybody, my name's Adam, and if you're new around here, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be building this Seal Cove in Planet 2. Stay tuned, I'm going to give you a little show around now and then we'll get straight into the build. First of all, we needed a sign. We started off with this simple sign with a bike rack here to park your bike up. We then added some little decals and some text, and it ended up coming out looking like this. As you can see, it ended up adding a tower in the back, a little bit of detail, some chairs, and a towel rack for towels, and a little shower to wash yourself off if you get full of sand, I suppose. Right, now the sign is done, so let's move that to one side and start getting ready with the terrain and trying to transform this picture what I have in my head into the game, which is more difficult than it sounds, as if you play Planet Zoo you've probably realised. So yep, start with the terrain tool, start to dig out where we want our lovely seals to be able to swim and our guests to be able to view, and we do end up building a pier, and that's why the path is over the top of our water. I wanted our guests to be able to go over the water onto the pier and to look out at our lovely seals. You can see me just placing our sign back in there and then trying to get a feel for the build really. I knew there was going to be a lot of rock work with this. I'm not the best at rock work, I'm probably not the worst at rock work either, but it's just practice. I ended up using the desert rocks, and I ended up using a lot of sand as well, as the title suggests, Desert Cove. I wanted it sandy, I wanted it like kind of like a beach vibe slash like pier vibe. I think it comes out looking alright anyway. And this idea what I had, it stems from a couple of things really, but mainly it stems from when I've been on holiday and just things I've seen. It's been a bit of a weird year this year. Not a lot of people have been able to actually go on holidays, go abroad and travel, and it's something what I love doing. Favourite place to go is Cyprus. I've got family over there and my family has lived over there in the past, including myself. And yeah, there's like this little cove in Cyprus. There's one in Greece as well, and it's lovely. It's not got a pier. It was my decision to add the pier for our guests to actually have an area they can view the seals, and obviously it's not got seals either, but yeah, it's kind of like a beachy covey type environment, and it's somewhere where my family's always loved to go in Greece. I think it might be in Kavos actually, where there's like a little cove. If you've been to Kavos and you know what I'm talking about, most of you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but if you do, drop a comment down below if you've been to somewhere like this yourself. And as you can see now, we're just adding the pier. I wanted this to remain like the same colour group really. I wanted whites and blues, give it that kind of like fresh, clean, holiday sun vibe kind of thing. And so we add this pier, we add all the woodwork to give it that more realistic feel. As you can see, that's what we're doing now. And the beams to support the actual pier. I didn't just want a magical floating path over the water. I wanted everything to look more realistic and like it would do in real life basically. We do add that tower, as you can see. We added that behind our sign earlier when we were doing the sign, and that's actually the tower from the Aquatic Park. If you are unaware, everything you see here is pretty much out of the new Aquatic DLC, including the animals, the grey seal, which we're building the habitat for. And that tower is brilliant. It's pre-made, I didn't build it. It's under blueprints, I think, or prefabs. I'm not too sure. I think it's prefabs. If you filter it down to the new Aquatic Park and then click on prefabs, you will find it. And we added a little what's it called, little solar panel energy station there behind it as well, just to power up our habitat. I didn't want to go with the old traditional transformer, obviously for obvious reasons, because it gives off a negative radius, and that's what we do not want. You can see me just adding a custom fence here now, and it does come up looking pretty decent. I can't talk, pretty decent amount I meant to say. And I was thinking about the idea of adding glass but then I thought about it, but I thought if it was to add glass, like a glass barrier, it looked too modern, and I didn't really want it to look really modern. I wanted it to look quite like traditional and rustic kind of pier type thing. But yeah, we do end up adding custom barriers, and we end up adding some rope on top of this as well, and mixing it up a little bit with different textures, and but obviously still keeping to the same colours, the lovely whites and blues. And here's the rope what I was talking about earlier. Adding the rope just adds a little bit more detail to our overall build and out to our custom barrier slash fence here. And it's something what I've done before, and it's something what I will carry on doing because I like doing it. Like I said, it just gives it that more detailed look. And I've really been taking my time with my builds recently, instead of just throwing everything together and seeing what I can come up with. I've been thinking about it beforehand, and looking up different ideas on Google and Pinterest and Instagram and stuff like that, of how things actually look and different ideas I can add. I used to just throw any old fence together, but now obviously I'm adding different colours, different textures, different ropes, wood, whatever you want, as you can see me doing here. And you can really tell when someone's taken the time out and really thought about what they're building. And honestly, guys and girls, if you do this, you will make your build stand out much more. And with the power of editing, I will skip forward a little bit to show you how the pier came out looking in the end. As you can see on the right hand side here is the back of our sign with a little path going to our little power supply. Also, we've got a little shop, a little ice cream shop what we've added, that is also on beams above the water, as is the pier. And we've got a little education board, and I've added a couple of seals spurting out into the water. And now, again, taking inspiration from when I've been on holiday, I decided to add up kind of like a little scuba diving slash snorkeling platform, where it's obviously not functional. I think our seals may be able to actually get on it though, but our guests cannot. But yeah, it's kind of like a little platform where you would climb down a little like makeshift set of stairs what are buried and like built into the rock face, where you would go down and you will snorkel. So you go down there and you can take your equipment, have a little snorkel, and then climb back up the steps, and there's a little platform for you to do that. Again, just trying to give it that more like realistic feel, and just adding a bit more detail, doing something a little bit different. And something what the fact is, I wasn't going to put this in, but I thought, do you know what, why not? I think it looks absolutely brilliant in the end and goes really well with the overall build. Because even now, just trying to sort the rocks out and the steps, I wanted the steps to kind of be like floating, but also supported by like wooden beams. And we added some lights, and we added a little sign at the top as well, what says like basically, if you want to snorkel, come this way. And we ended up adding these crates. I think these are from the Australian DLC. So yeah, it comes out looking brilliant. I'm so glad I've added it. And as for reference, I will include a little picture here of what I was going for. Now onto this little area here, where I decided to build like little houses, so to speak. I wanted to actually include staff facilities here, as you can probably see me trying to do in a little while, but it just didn't end up working. I didn't think it looked right, and it just wasn't in the right position to ended up when I put my null barrier in for the seals to actually make it into a habitat. It just didn't work well. Maybe one keeper's hut would have worked well in one of these. By the way, one of these, actually the two on the left hand side, the small ones, are actually prefabs, which come with the aquatic pack again, which is brilliant, because I wanted to build something like this and noticed that it was already built for me, and all I had to do was just mix things up a little bit and recolour them the way I wanted to do it, which I did. And then I ended up building this larger one next to it here, to give it a bit of contrast and a bit more realistic. And we ended up building this boardwalk around it as well, so it looked like it was actually maybe guests or our seals can actually walk on it and make it a bit more, again, realistic, fed up of saying that word, and a bit more authentic, and just, yeah, overall looking much better. And we ended up actually turning what was this into this. Again, no functionality, but it does look pretty good if I do say so myself. Obviously we've added a couple of detailing as well, some flowers under the windows and some deck chairs and some lighting as well as some plants. And there we have it. That's pretty much how I created this seal habitat. I'm absolutely loving the new Aquatic DLC. Again, Planet Zoo, Frontier, amazing job. Let's have a quick look at the overall completion of this build. So here's our lovely sign, what we started with, and the towel rack and the shower, what I mentioned. Let's just press play here so you can see everything in action. There we go, there's our shower. Absolutely loads of guests have been filling this. I could have actually made the pier a little bit bigger, but yeah, it still looks pretty decent. It's just getting really full. There's our little shop, our ice cream shop on the pier so they can get the ice cream. We've got some sun loungers, obviously some benches and some seats for our guests to sit down. Here's our little tower. At the back we've got our power supply. It is accessible by our staff as well. They can go in there and repair it if they need to. And let's take you to the edge here where our seals are spurting out into the water. We've got a little education board and speaker. There's a seal. Speak of the devils. Let's go underwater. There they are. We have got an underground feeding. What's it called? Feeding? Whatever it's called underneath here. What feeds the seals. That's what, again, on a new part of the Aquatic DLC. And a little ball for him to play with here. He's currently swimming over here to our little like, what would you call this? Our little platform, our snorkeling platform. We have got a sign here, snorkel with seals. So there we go, he's having a laugh. They can't actually board this one. Unfortunately, they can't actually get on here. It is too high up for them. So it is just for looks really. But they can get on here. Added a little bit of rope, give it a bit more detail. There's our little like living area. There's our other side. Again, just adding details, flowers, make it look realistic, make it look like it is actually livable. And we've got our little, what would you call this, like decking. Currently our seal is, I don't know what this guy's doing. Is he asleep? Is he pooing? What's he doing? He's just chilling. He's just chilling. But yeah, we've got him, we've got about 4 seals in here, if that's. Here's one of the new enrichment items here where they can dive in. And they can go all the way around this as well as like a climbing area for them. And that is pretty much it. I did build a path all the way around here so I can ignore the protesters. It's just because I have not got the facilities in at the moment what I need to. I will fix it, I promise you I will fix it. I'm on it straight away. There's our little habitat gate as well. And yeah, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, I appreciate it a lot. Comment down below what kind of habitat you've done for the seals if you have got the new DLC. I would love to see them as well, so you can share your pictures of anything you build really in our community Discord. The link is down below, feel free to join. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, it would help. Join the community here. Yep, I hope you have a wonderful day. My name's Adam and I will catch you in the next one.